Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mar Ermir here, and today I'm going to be making a homemade pasta sauce. Cause we are in a hotel, and I just finished eating sushi, but I'm like, you know what? I want something better and more Italian to eat. And well, I mean, my mom doesn't want to eat any pasta, so I had to get a little bit, and you can't just buy a little bit of pasta sauce. So I have to make my own. So now these are Roma tomatoes. And these are the best for making pasta sauces because they're nice colors. I got the two freshest one I could find in the bin. Now we got everything at Superstore. And so yeah, I've never really made pasta sauce before, so I'm just going of what I think you would make pasta sauce with. So yeah, first of all, you're going to take two Roma tomatoes and your handy dandy cutting board, and you're just going to cut them up in, like, you're going to dice them up. Don't use the top bit just because there's that on it. So I'm going to just quickly, so professional. Okay, grab the garbage can, put it beside me. No, I'm not dropping it on the floor. Okay, so now yeah. These are the juicy tomatoes that you would buy like any day. I do not know how to make a sauce. I'm just going to dice them up and hope for the best. One problem, they're not dicing. I want you dice, child. Oh, okay. Tips from Mother in the background. Okay. Before we do that, I am going to use in the pan that I'm going to make my sauce in. I know it's a tiny baby pan. We have a problem. We don't have anything to saute it in. Like butter. Yay! That's smart. Cooking tips with Victoria. Okay. That's probably too much water. And I have the pasta sauce. Is it boiling yet? No. I have the pasta water, almost boiling. And, yeah, funny story. It's actually 20% battery. I was using this before, and look at that. This is not meant to go in on a stove. So, note to self, don't use this plastic pot. And now our hotel room stinks like plastic, which is always a good thing. So now I got some water going in here. Just going to let that kind of evaporate. While I do that, I'm going to take some green onions, if I can get them out of the bag. Thank you. We actually bought way too many green onions and way too much parsley, so that might be a problem. But anyways, I got some green onions here. I'm not going to chop them all up, actually. That is boiling. Gonna turn that down. Not supposed to be boiling. Stop boiling. No. Bad. I am going to speedy fast grab this just because my iPod's about to die. I don't know how I'm supposed to film now. Yay! Well, this is going to be swell. I can already tell. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So professional. Charge. Get. Okay. Now, will it stay there? It's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. Now it's charging. So I'm gonna take one green onion and I'm just going to. Okay, that stopped boiling a little. Just gonna chop them up. This knife really sucks. Is there any other knives? Okay, I'm gonna switch over to this knife. Just because it's smaller and it's not serrated. Well, it is a little bit, as you can see, but it's better than the old one. So you really can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna dice up my green onion, just as you would a chive. A chive is almost an onion. And so this is actually gonna go into your pan with some celery. And so then you're just gonna saute that for a little bit. And then while that's sauteing, you can start cutting up your mushrooms, or not mushrooms, tomatoes. And I can definitely tell that this is a new cutting board and not the best cutting board, because the second I put like the second I cut it, I can feel it like going into the cutting board. And this is actually not my cutting board. If you hear doors slamming behind me, that's not actually like my mother or anyone. It's because we're in a hotel room right now, like I said in the start of the video. Okay, so I got some green onion. Maybe, no, that should be good because I do have some garlic. So now I am going to take, this is probably, where's my measuring spoon? I could have sworn there was one in here before. Yes, okay. So this is 1 tablespoon? No, 1 teaspoon. That's big for a teaspoon. Probably about 1.5 teaspoons of, maybe I could fit this in 1 teaspoon. I don't know. But you're going to put 1 to 1.5 teaspoons, well, my recipe anyways, 1.5 teaspoon, no, 1 teaspoon, sorry. You can do 1.5 if you want to, or 2 or 3 if you want to make a bigger sauce. Now, I have 1 teaspoon of onions, and now I'm just going to put that into the pan that I had that water that was boiling in, and so those will cook a little bit. Now I'm just going to get the spatula out so I can, this is such an organized kitchen, and I want this at my house, but it's not that organized at home. Isn't that right, Mother? She just stared at me. Okay, so now back to the tomato. No, not the tomatoes. The celery. Wherever that is. Right here. Okay. I'm going to open your celery. I only have 1 celery stalk, and I think I might actually cut it in half. I don't know if I'm going to use the whole celery stalk or not. But, yeah, probably not going to use the whole thing. Like, as you can see, it's a pretty big celery stalk. And for just this little pot of water, this little pot of sauce, I mean, it's probably not going to be much celery needed. And the good thing is I really like to eat celery. So does my mother, so that's good. And these came pre-cut, actually. You can buy them in bulk at Superstore, like I said. That's why I got only a little bit of pasta and a little bit of like everything except for the green onions and parsley. So now you're just going to dice these up kind of small. You want to be able to feel the chunks inside of the actual like place, like in the sauce. So you're just going to dice them up. So yeah, just keep dicing until you get the amount you want. I'm probably going to use the same amount of green onions as I do celery. As I said, I cut this celery in half because this celery was actually way too big for this recipe. Speaking of recipe, I'm not even going off a recipe. I'm just saying YOLO, and I'm making my own. So, yeah, it's probably going to be about 1 teaspoon. Okay, probably going to be about 1.5. Yep. Okay, so there's 1 teaspoon. Get that sauteing in there. And half a teaspoon. That would be a tablespoon, by the way. So maybe one teaspoon then. Well, they're both, oh, that's because it's a tablespoon and you can tell because it's in big letters. Okay. So 1 tablespoon and 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons of celery. Now, I got the ripest celery, like the tomatoes, on the rack. But you can get any type of celery that you want, whether it's ripe, whether it's bad, I don't know. Maybe some people are weird like that, you know. Okay, just gonna stir that up. There's lots of water in there, so I want to get these tomatoes in there and mushed up and nice and cooked. And is this, okay, my pasta sauce is boiling. So now I'm going to take I got multicolored vegetable pasta just because I thought they were cool because I had multiple colors on them. So I'm going to take, I don't know how much this is. I really didn't measure. I just kind of eyeballed it at the store. Jesus, knife is flying everywhere. Okay, so now that that is opened, I'm going to turn down my pot of boiling water just so I don't burn myself. Just kind of let it simmer down a little bit. And I'm going to stir up what I have sauteing in here, and just going to let that cook up for a bit. And then I'm going to put the pasta in. Then I'm going to end the video and come right back because this video has been almost 10 minutes. It's going to be over 10 minutes actually. So now my pasta is kind of calming down here. Now, okay, alright. Okay, we're okay. Nothing broke. Just a little mishap with the iPod. Now, I should actually have an iPad right now, but I mean, I'd rather cook with the iPod because then it's more versatile and it takes up less space, and I don't even know what versatile means. I'm just throwing caution to the wind. Yeah. Okay, so I already put most of the pasta in, so now I'm just going to put the rest in. Okay, and then I'm going to take my handy dandy pasta spoon and stir that up a bit. Okay, I'm going to put that over there now. Now I really got to get working on the sauce because that'll probably be really fast cooking. So then, like I did in the beginning of the video, I'm just going to start dicing up the tomatoes really quick. It doesn't really matter because you're not putting them in whole anyways. You're going to put them in, you're going to put them in whole until they get softer, and then they'll become like a pigment and weirdness, and I don't know, it's just going to magically become a tomato sauce. Okay, so just keep on cutting up the tomatoes, and we'll be right back when all the tomatoes are cut up. Bye!